2:40, so we're almost done. But one of the things that came out of our show is that we need to do more with estheticians. And this is the first year that America's Beauty Show has hosted the Sedesco Academy. We currently have just a handful of skincare brands, and we want to do more with estheticians. So, Chelsea, maybe you could introduce yourself, and I think the most important thing is you're an esthetician.
Yeah, I'm definitely an esthetician. I'm an aesthetics instructor at Grabber School of Hair Design. My name is Chelsea Arnold. I'm originally from Kansas City, but I moved to St. Louis, and I've been at Grabber for about 2 years now. And I've just always loved teaching. As for aesthetics, though, at the show, I've loved the demos. I've loved the education. Like you said, to just bring in more brands that can definitely support our students. But a lot of these brands are supporting our students and are helping them get their careers going and get their foot in the door. So that
brands aren't here. It's okay. You can tell me that.
We can definitely have more.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So which brands should we have?
Man, Hale and Hush.
Okay.
Anything that's clean beauty is more. It's popular now in the beauty industry. Yeah. So just to have those more clean brands, because that's what everybody's looking for. And a lot of the times, that's what my students are looking for as well. So not saying that all the brands are not clean, but there's definitely more out there that we could definitely bring in for sure.
I was missing Farmhouse Fresh this year.
Farmhouse Fresh, yes.
That would be a great addition.
Absolutely.
I think a brand like that would be really great here. And I think you're right. I think the students are our next generation, right? Like that's who we need to be focusing on. Absolutely. So when they're using products, like we need to pick up on that and we need to say like, this is, the next step.
Yeah.
And I love that idea. I think it's great. And I think that it's so special for you being an instructor, not only for everything you do for the industry, because it is not, everybody says beauty school isn't the easy way out. Instructor in a beauty school is definitely not the easy way out.
Yeah.
So I think it's so awesome for you to bring the perspective of the beauty student and an instructor as this is what we need. And I think that's so awesome. And I think this is the person that needs to hear you and is so on board for helping to get them in.
So one of the things that we did differently this year, and I'd ask you on this, is that we engaged influencers to help us build our community. And we have a team of about 10 TikTok influencers that really helped us inspire young people to come to the show. Are there influencers in the aesthetics world that we should be engaging, that the younger community is following, that we can engage, because at the moment we don't know who they are?
Okay. Yeah. One off the top of my head is Kristen Marie. She's on YouTube. She has a lot of followers. As for TikTok, I'm not really sure who the followers are on TikTok, even though I'm on TikTok. I'm trying to think of the aesthetics followers.
So it's more YouTube?
It's more YouTube.
Okay. Is there anybody else?
Oh, man. Not off the top of my head right now. No.
See, and this is
But that's more.
But this is one of the things that I think in the aesthetics world that's different. There does not seem to be like some significant, other than Lydia Sarfatian from Reportage, like who are the real thought leaders in the aesthetics?
Right.
Like the role models,
Right.
the people that estheticians are aspiring to be.
Right. We need more. The thing of it is, though, is especially in St. Louis, jobs are very sparse right now for aesthetics. However, most of my students are going out and creating their own brands.
Really?
Yes. A lot of entrepreneurs. It's huge. Entrepreneurship is huge in St. Louis, especially. But I think maybe bringing in brands that can maybe help with them building their business. You have the private label kind of companies, but to build that entrepreneurship and that camaraderie as aesthetics together.
Okay, so I'll ask you a question. Who are your role models?
Who are my role models?
Yeah, like who are you aspiring to be?
Definitely my director. Okay. She inspires me every day. She's a cosmetologist. She has been for about 20 years. I don't want to age her.
Direct camera, nobody heard that.
For a while now, but I definitely look up to her just because she's constantly wanting to grow. And I think that's what it's all about, is about growth. And that's what this whole show is about, is just finding those people that you can go out and be like and look up to and get better at. And like the thing of it is I'm an educator, but I'm here wanting to take courses to learn even more. And I think that's what it's all about, is just building your education and constantly educating yourself in the industry.
I was going to say the other thing, and I've noticed this just in beauty school, like the difference between the personalities of aesthetics
Yes.
And personality is cosmetologist.
Yeah.
Cosmetology, they're like, put me in front of the camera, let's go. Like, I want to be front and center, put me on a stage.
Yes.
Estheticians are, let me be in the background. You're going to close your eyes. I'm going to be here. They're just more me. And I think that the next step is definitely supporting people coming out of the box. And that I think the TikToks that do really well for estheticians are here's the survey, here's the facial. Yes. Way more technique than art, but that just means the personality, like that spot is open,
right?
And we need more of that. So the more out of the box estheticians that there are, I think that will come. But Frank, you definitely just identified a missing piece of the influencer track because, like I said, I think it's just there's so much more quiet and just
Have to be more reserved.
Yes,
Right.
Yeah,
Not
let's change
crew.
that. Yeah.
My students, not so much. And it's funny because even whenever I was in school, my director told me that I'm the most Cosmo SC that you will probably ever meet, with purple and pink hair and just vibrant and bubbly and like you said, very meek and behind the scenes. So it is kind of hard to find those influencers that are
So I go back to like, who are your role models or you're aspiring to be in the esthetician category?
That's hard to say because it's hard to find them.
So really what's inspiring are brands, not people.
Exactly.
Definitely. It's like Farmhouse Fresh is a brand.
Yeah, for sure.
Right, versus a person that like maybe is running Farmhouse Fresh or using Farmhouse Fresh.
And I'm glad you said that because like I got diagnosed with Hashimoto's, and in our diet we can't have gluten or soy. So I'm wanting to create my own brand that does not have those two things. So to find brands like that,
Right.
and to those are my role models.
No, I get
You hit it, yeah, brands for
That's
sure.
definitely what it is. And I think that there's also, I think that with aesthetics, we're so young in the explosion, right? Like we're still even in cosmetology school, like we're still grappling with like, this is exploding and we got to catch up now because it's even growing faster than cosmetology is at this point in the industry.
All right, so then here's a different question. So, same genre, but just different angle. So where's the conversation happening within aesthetics?
TikTok, YouTube,
Okay, that's why.
Instagram.
Okay, that's why I went back to the influencer. So
Instagram.
it's not necessarily. So in what conversations is it? Technique conversations? Is that what they're talking about in their conversation online?
Ingredients and products, like waxing. Like, what's your favorite wax? Those kinds of conversations.
And did you go to the Brazilian waxing that we had on
Yes.
stage? How was
I
it?
saw both of them.
Yeah, how was it?
Male and Brazilian, or male and female. It was great. It was
Okay.
good knowledge. She was amazing.
And was the room full?
For the most, yeah, actually it was. Yes.
Okay, because there was a lot of concern about like,
Right. Yeah.
should we or should we do this? And
The male was like-
issue is, people want to know.
Male was, I want to say half full. Maybe the Brazilian was probably full all the way. Speed waxing was amazing as well. I learned a lot. And that's what I came here for, was for the education. Because as an educator, I want to give my students the best education.
I was just going to ask you, that was actually my next question my next question is, what is it that you're taking back for your students? What did you pick up at ABS that you're going to be taking back to your students in beauty school?
I think a lot of the times we have to pour into ourselves first.
Yeah.
Before we can pour into our clients. So that's number one. And then number two would be like just the technique in general. Like the speed waxing, that was awesome. That was an amazing class.
Yeah.
So I think technique and just taking care of yourself, self-care.
Yeah, for sure. I think your students should be very thankful that they have an educator that cares enough to come to something like this. Like today's your off day, right? Like, are you guys off on Mondays? And look where you are.
Actually, no, I'm sorry. Today is Monday. You're
Yeah.
right.
Okay, so you guys are open on Mondays.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, it's Sunday though. Yeah.
I think it's really important to have people like your students need to be inspired in that way too, to say, you know what, in the industry, no matter what I'm doing, if I'm an esthetician or whatever, these shows matter and they're so important because look at what you're learning to take back to them. Now their education is different because you attended ABS.
Right, exactly.
You know, and I think that says so much about you and how much you care about them and
I do.
what your job. So I'm so thankful that we got to meet, and I'm so thankful for somebody that works at ABS that is actually interested in these things.
We want to build the skincare, the esthetician piece, the skincare piece for America's Beauty Show. This year was our first year that we did it on our own. And we know we have a long way to go. So for us, we're just starting the journey, and we just want to do it in a way that we're part of the conversation
Right.
within the aesthetics category, not talking to the folks in the aesthetics category, but talking with them. Yeah. So that's probably the biggest.
Sitting at the right table.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And I think I just found my new co-host. So tune into the Bobby and Frank show coming at you soon.